everyone, it's Skylar. Welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing very well. Now, first of all, it is it's the turn of the army pick. Now, I'm going to check live what the results were, and then if there's two with the same percentage of votes, pardon me, didn't know where that come from, but I'll just say this: if ever at one time we do these votes and there's two that comes in at the same percentage, we will do the wheel and it will pick us which movie goes first. So some weeks it'll be 3 reviews, some weeks it'll be 4 or 5 or whatever, but I'm just letting you guys know. So I'm going to the community tab right now, as you can tell. Yeah, so we are going to the community tab and we are seeing, I can see Border has 13%, so with 8 votes, we had 8 votes, so well done to everybody that voted. Border and Tokyo X Erotica came in at 13%. Pasolini didn't get any votes, but with 38% equal. That's right. There's 2. So I've got to review the 2 movies from you guys at the army. That is Shivers, which is David Cronenberg's Shivers. Oh yes. And the very tongue-in-cheek, controversial movie from the 80s. It was 86 this come out as well. No, 87. 1987 is this Rita, Sue and Bob 2. Now, at one time I was originally going to be doing like a Scousers commentary for this, but instead you're getting a review instead. So, with 38%, we are both reviewing Shivers and Rita, Sue and Bob 2. So, thank you guys for voting. So now, we need to get this wheel up and figure out what movie we're reviewing up first. So yeah. So I have my... So now we are adding the entries. So we're going to do Rita, Sue and Bob. Hang on. And Bob 2. So Rita, Sue and Bob. Rita, Sue and Bob 2. So we've got to add that entry. And then the second entry is Shivers. So what we've done is we've got the 2 entries there, as you can see. We will spin it once. That doesn't decide anything. And then the next spin we'll get the first, I have to do the first review on. So, first one. So this doesn't mean anything. Shivers. So, if it lands again on Shivers, that's the movie we're reviewing first. If not, we will go and talk about Rita, Sue and Bob 2. Oh my word. I'm ready for this. In 3, 2, 1, go. What movie are we reviewing first? It is, look at that. There is your review we are starting with tonight, Army. We are reviewing Rita, Sue and Bob 2. Holy heck. So basically, we are starting off Army's review of the double whammy. I did say this is a wild card. We are venturing into my homeland of the United Kingdom from 1987. This is directed by Alan Clarke. This has Siobhan Finnegan, Michelle Holmes, George Cogistan and Leslie Sharp. We know where Leslie Sharp's from. Yeah, she's very talented actress. And this one on the left, this one here, you will recognise this lady. Have a guess what TV series from? Benidorm. Yeah. So, we are reviewing this first, as always. Going to show you halfway through. I will try not to put any music in or nudity where you go, gizzard jump. You'll hear a lot of that. You'll hear a lot of tongue-in-cheek in this. So yeah, halfway through, and then my final thoughts. This is going to be a good one, this. Like, you aren't going to be expected at this. Like, this is British, like, a typical British 80s movie at its finest. So yeah, halfway through, you know the score and then review. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Ciao ciao. Watch out for this one. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. Right, I'm going to get back to watching this. It's proper hilarious. It's funny. Okie dokie, I'll be back to watching this. You can hear my review and all that jazz, so I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Hey, I'm back. Finally, I finished watching Rita, Sue and Bob 2. Oh my words. I'm just going to say something before I start with what I'm about to say. I fucking enjoyed this. And all I'll say is, Black Lace, there's a song on here called We're Having a Gang Bang, We're Having a Ball, We're Having a Gang Bang Against the Wall. You need to listen to the song to believe how tongue-in-cheek this is for the the 80s basically. It says it comes out in 87, so we'll just leave it as what it is on the DVD. So basically, I'm going to tell you what it's a bit about. It's about Rita and Sue, two teenage girls, final year of school, and they live in a shitty fucking Cantal estate in England somewhere. I'm not going to say whereabouts. You'll find out when you watch it. So basically, Rita and Sue decide they needed extra money, so they start babysitting for Bob and Michelle. Like, a bit of a well-off couple who live in a nicer part of the town in a nice house. So, basically, couple gone out, couple comes back. Michelle pays the girl and tells Bob to give Rita and Sue a lift home. However, he drives them to the moors and proposes to say basically, hey, are you girls virgins? And they're like, yeah. Like, they both said yeah, and they're like, oh, do you know what like do you know what a rubber is? Do you know what a Durex is? And they're like, yeah. Like, they're like winding up going no at first, and then they go yeah, sort of thing. So basically in the end he says to them, well, do you want to have sex? And the girl's like, alright then, sort of thing. And then the girls plan to make it a regular thing by the time they are finished at 2 o'clock in the morning. But also Sue gets a part-time job in a taxi firm called Luna Taxis. She meets Aslam, who's a Pakistani boy. Well, he's from Pakistan basically, originally. Who obviously he drives for the taxi company. And then he and another driver bet that or we'll get with Sue and this, that and the other. But Sue's like, fuck off will you, sort of thing. Then at school, out of nowhere, fucking Bob turns up, right? And goes, hey, come on, let's go, sort of thing. Because it was like a PE lesson. So the next thing is, Rita sneaks off, and then when Sue tries to get off, the teacher wouldn't let her go. So in the end, Bob and Rita go to this house. It's like the friend's house. They've left it, they've gone to Spain, sort of thing. It's like an open house. So they end up having sex in this house. It's like a show house. So later on, Michelle finds a packet of condoms, some rubber, in Bob's trousers, and then, because she's ironing his trousers, and like, she confronts him about it and they start to argue. And then when they're arguing, like, Michelle basically says to Bob, oh, I hate sex, can't stand sex, it's fucking horrible, sort of thing. So, and it pissed off Bob, sort of thing. Because it come out that Bob previously had an affair with another woman, who had also been their previous babysitter. So Michelle goes upstairs to get ready for the night out, and Rita and Sue turn up at the house, like for another babysitting session. Bob warns the girls that Michelle will start asking them questions. So, but the girls basically said to Bob, we'll make sure that we won't say anything, sort of thing. So after the night out, Bob and Michelle turn up and they start arguing again in front of Rita and Sue, who ends up having this like nervous laugh. And then Michelle kicks off at the girls and goes to bed, which promptly makes Bob stay at the house so he couldn't take the girls home. So that night after that, Michelle and Bob are in bed, and Michelle convinced Bob that they have sex to let her stop going off with other women, but that ends badly. It was a bit of a shitty, like, kind of like, oh, which makes her feel a little bit worse. So fast forwarding, like the next day, they're on a school trip, supposedly having a good time, and then another girl basically goes off at Sue going, oh, you're a slag, this, that and the other, you've been shagging married men. And then, so Sue slaps the girl, and then later on, Rita and Sue meet Bob again to have it off of each other. But this time, when he gets with Rita, he can't fucking get it up. Like, it's... You get what I mean? So, embarrassing himself and leaving Rita and Sue unsatisfied. Like a day or so later, they end up going to a club together, that's where I was talking about the Black Lace song. We're having a gangbang, we're having a ball. So they're dancing to that. Basically, they're dancing to that. And Michelle's friend Mavis, who is like the fucking Gabbiani of all fucking Gabbianis, spots Bob with the girls. And Bob basically says to the girls, uh-oh, Mavis has just seen me. She's going to fucking tell Michelle about us, that she saw us together. Well, what happened the next day? Fucking Mavis goes to the house and fucking tells Michelle, hey, Bob was with fucking 2 girls. So Michelle gets in Mavis's car and they drive to go to Rita's house. And Michelle drags Rita out the house. And puts her in Mavis's car, and they go to Sue's house, and Sue tries to run in the house. So basically, like, there's a bit of an argument in the street, causing a scene with all the neighbours. Michelle blames the girls, saying, oh, you guys are sluts, you've egged Bob on. Like, basically, like, just calling them a pile of sluts. And then Sue basically comes out and says, well, Bob wouldn't come to us if he got it in the house, sort of thing. And Michelle kicks off. Like, so everyone's blaming each other. And then Bob and Sue's drunken father, like, comes to blows because Sue's dad's fucking trying to rag hold of Rita. So, obviously, they're about to have a little brawl, and then Rita's brothers comes out of nowhere. They're like a little bit of a biker gang, and basically go to the rescue and take Rita home. Michelle is fucking left embarrassed, fucking humiliated, so she goes, come on Mavis, let's go. So Michelle goes back to the house, and there's a little scene I'm going to mention in a second. So she goes back and she gets all the stuff. And she gets the white suit, the infamous white suit that he was cheating with Rita and Sue with. And she goes, you scum, you fucking like whore. And she literally jumps on the suit and she doesn't give a shit. And she leaves Bob for good and takes the kids with her. So the next day, Sue goes to Rita's to, like, thinking, oh, they'll go to school together. And then Rita basically goes, oh, guess what's happening? I'm moving in with Bob, you know what I mean? And basically it comes out that Rita is pregnant with Bob's kids. So, and then she's admitted to seeing them behind Sue's back. And Sue, like, basically is pissed off. She fucking leaves. So she goes, fuck off, will you? Go away. I want nothing to do with you. So in the end, Sue starts dating this Aslan. As like, I'll fucking get with a Paki if it'll be alright, like a Pakistani guy. To try and get over Bob. As they grow closer, like, Sue even brings Aslan to her mum and dad's house, who basically weren't happy, and the dad gives abuse to Aslan. And basically, Sue ends up leaving home, moves in with Aslam and his sister. So basically, things aren't going too well at the sister's house. So Sue ends up finding out that Rita suffered a miscarriage, goes to the hospital, and then on the way out, Bob's going, come on, I still fancy you, let's go and have her off. But she goes, fuck off, will you? I've got a fucking boyfriend. But he still gives Sue a lift home. But Aslam sees her getting out the car, and Aslam is a fucking jealous twat. And basically, Sue gets back in the house. Aslam goes, you fucking bastard, you fucking been having off with him. And basically, Aslam fucking smacks around fucking Sue. Fucking pushes her around and all that crap. So the next thing is, Rita comes out of hospital, and then the back of the house, Bob and Sue are about to, like, have sex, and Bob goes, oh Sue, sort of thing, and Rita goes, oh you fucking bastard, and so Rita thinks, oh, Bob's got back with Sue, like behind the back, so Rita fucks off to Aslam's, like, and then Rita tells Aslam, like, what's going on. I think Sue's carrying on with my fella, sort of thing. So Aslam, like, storms in the house, kicks off at Sue and fucking, like, smacks her around. But Rita comes to Sue's rescue, and they kick Aslam, run out the house, and run to Rita's, which is Bob's place. So Rita's looking after Sue's wounds, and Aslam turns up at the front door and basically goes, and he's trying to fucking get into the house. So Aslam's trying to say, oh, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't come back, but the neighbour called the police. And as the police come round, Aslam fucking runs off with the police after him. So Bob returns home, and Bob thought, well, what's all this noise about the police car? Rita tells him, oh, they're coming for you back in about an hour. And then she went, oh, but I thought I'd let you know, Sue's moving in with us, by the way. Like, and she goes, I don't care what you say, but Sue's moving in with us. And then in the end, the girls go upstairs, leaving Bob like, oh, well, we're going to bed, fuck you, sort of thing. So Bob goes, alright, I'll just go and have a bath and then fucking put myself on the couch, sort of thing. Then he goes in the bedroom, and he finds both the girls going, like, they're in the bed waiting for him. They're going, what are you doing? Come on then. And he dives in and joins them. Oh my god, it was fucking mental. I love this movie so much. The music is fucking bonza, especially for an 80s movie set in the UK. I freaking love this, especially Rita's character, she's Janice from Benidorm. She plays Rita so well, so fucking brilliant. And then Bob's character, he's like the married man, the fucking playboy who doesn't give a shit. I'm fucking gonna have it off with these girls. But here's the thing, what you don't realise is the girls are actually 16 years old in this movie. So it is fucking tongue-in-cheek, but under UK law, if an older guy's having sex with two 16-year-olds, it's classed as legal. So I understand where people are like going, oh, they're only like 15 sort of thing. No, both girls in this movie were 16. Like, the characters were 16 years old, so yeah. So I just wanted to get that out point blankly straight away. But anyway, obviously my thought, fucking brilliant. This is your typical tongue-in-cheek, cheese-tastic, classic British movie from the 80s. Obviously, there's a few, I have a few favourite scenes. Obviously, the black lace scene where the singer, we're having a gangbang. That was funny. Talking about the condom scene in the car when they're first getting together, and he goes, and then how do you say, like, we're gonna have sex? He goes, oh, are we having a jump then, sort of thing. I'm like, what? Yeah, but it just flows through like a proper movie, and it's telling a story about these two girls getting with a married man. That's what you're getting in this film, but it's so tongue-in-cheek, it's so funny, so hilarious. Even the theme tune, Rita and Sue, oh my word, alright, sort of thing. You've got to listen to it, even at the beginning. It's just so cheesy, so amazing. I had to do like a full-length proper review so you guys got to understand this whole story and the whole premise behind Rita, Sue and Bob 2. And Alan Clarke fucking brought this home. Brilliant director, very underrated. as I said to you, obviously stars Siobhan Finneran, who is Janice from Benidorm. Michelle Holmes, she is Sue. George Costigan, he's Bob. And Leslie Sharp, she is brilliant as Michelle in this. So yeah, I would... do you know what, Army? I'm so glad you picked this, because I fucking highly recommend this movie to the highest heaven. Love this movie. This is a film that I would definitely love to watch with the boyfriend, and yeah, he would laugh his fucking ass off with this. This is so classic British 80s cheese at its highest heaven. Would I recommend this to you guys? Abso-freaking-lutely. Would I watch it again? Fucking most definitely. This is the movie I fucking was brought up on when I was growing up. We had this playing on a VHS at our house almost every single fucking weekend. I have been accustomed to this film fucking growing up like nobody's business. This, to me, is classic British comedy movie from the 80s, which is fucking brilliant. Definitely, I highly recommend this. I will say this, I'm not going to give this a 10 out of 10 as much as I really want to. I'll just explain to it, right? The film was almost perfect, apart from just how fucking Sue's dad played out. He was a bit of a twat, basically, and you could tell he wasn't really like the best actor. He was funny, but he wasn't like the best actor. But everything else in the movie flowed like a dream. So that's why you get a 9 out of 10. I would have given this a 10 if I will just say it, if there was a bit more sex in this, I would have given this a 10. But 9 is fucking phenomenal for me to give that as a rating. 9 is fucking brilliant. Definitely would watch this again. This is the movie I was brought up, watched as a kid, and I would recommend this to anybody. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my proper in-depth review of Rita, Sue and Bob 2. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Turn that notification bell on, you'll get a brand new video from me very soon. So yeah, stay gaudy and have unpleasant dreams. And if you guys across the pond can get yourselves a copy of this, I highly recommend you watch it, because this is so fucking phenomenal. Okay, talk to you soon. Ciao.